Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Howell High School for our matchup, where the Rebels of Howell will play host to the Cougars of Cherry Hill East. Ladies and gentlemen, as members of the short conference, we pledge to promote unity through our continued commitment to diversity, inclusion, and equity. We will embrace the differences of all as we gauge elite levels of competition and fair play. We pledge to support the conference in its stance against racism, hate, and discrimination. With that in mind, please remember that it's the job of the players to play, the coaches to coach, the officials to officiate, and our spectators to remain positive. We thank in advance for your cooperation. We will meet our starting lineups in just a moment. But first, we ask that you please rise, and gentlemen, please remove your hats as we honor America and the men and women who defend it with the playing of our national anthem, performed by Howell's very own Rebel Remix. And now let's meet your starting lineups. First for the Cougars, number 23, Laurel New. Number 10, Maya Morgan. Number 15, Jesse Atlas. Number 5, Michelle Lee. And number 12, Dylan Kretschman. And now let's hear it for your Howell Rebels. Introducing first, number 1, guard Olivia Quiones. Number 13, guard Peyton Smith. Number 24, forward Kendall Blakely. Number 25, guard Bella Rose Marino. And number 4, forward Kylie B. Good morning, Rebel Nation, Cougar fans, and basketball enjoyers to the second round of the NJ State Tournament. The 22-5 Howell Rebels are hungry for another sectional title, and the path to glory continues against the 15-13 Cherry Hill East Cougars. My name is Theo Horton, alongside Aedan Vazquez on commentary, with Sean Ross operating the camera. Out for the jump ball, it's number 4, forward Kylie Beam for Howell, and number 23, center Laurel New for Cherry Hill East. Rebels taking their time in the huddle. All about being smart here in the second round of the NJ State playoffs. Beam and New will be the matchup all game long in the paint. And now they face off for the jump ball. We are off. The Rebels win the tip. It's Bleakley who goes to the senior guard, Payne Smith. Smith goes to Keonis, moving it to Marino. Back to Keonis, top of the key, now to Marino on the wing. She drives for a split second. Now she goes to Beam. Beam to the coast. It's Smith on the wing. Now to Keonis, inside of Beam. Here comes the mid-range. No good off the rim. Cherry Hill East will grab the rebound. Breaking away with the ball. One woman to beat. Smith chasing her down on the transition. Ball goes out of bounds. She's called for the travel. And it's going to be a Rebel ball on the good closing defense by Payne Smith. Kratchman called for the foul for the travel that time. Number 12, the senior guard, is the best player on Cherry Hill East. So it's good to contain her in the early stages of tonight's game. Smith passes inside to Bleakley. Back out to Smith. Payne goes to Marino. Marino from three. It's no good off the rim. Keonis will grab the rebound to Smith for the second chance. Keonis now positioned with the ball in the logo. She goes back to Marino. Marino to Smith. Keonis, Marino, Smith, hot potato now inside of Bleakley. Out to Beam. Smith from three. Swirls out the rim. It's no good. It's New grabs the rebound. Ball gets punched out for a second by Keonis, but winds up in the hands of the Cougars. In the corner from three. No good off the rim. It's Keonis who grabs the board. Howell doing a great job in the rebounding department so far. Marino on the wing with the ball. She goes to Keonis. Now to Smith. Now to Bleakley in the corner, 4-3. Bad miss and winds up in the hands of Jessie Atlas, but now she gets stripped for a second. Regathers the ball, throws it up for Lee. Lee on the transition and the bucket, and the opening score belongs with the Cougars. It's 2-0.
Great scoring in the paint. That's something that you really think that we're going to see out of this game.
Rebels looking for a quick response. It's Keonis who goes to Marino. Marino faking the jab step, now kicks it out to Smith from three. It's no good off the rim. Bleakley will grab the rebound, go back to Smith. She will drive, now kick it out to Keonis. Deep three. Welcome to Splashdown, Olivia Keonis. The Rebels grab the first lead of the night.
Really great at just passing the ball around. That's something that we've been seeing out of the Rebels all year, and it's clearly already being put to work.
Great to see Olivia Keonis come away with the opening score. The sophomore point guard now on defense against the point guard counterpart, Lee. Kratchman goes to Atlas from three in response. Cherry Hill East with the counterpunch, and they retake the lead.
Already seeing that this is going to be a very high-volume, high-scoring game tonight.
5-3, the current score. Both teams looking hungry from downtown. Keonis goes back to Smith, now inside to Bleakley. Hot potato to Beam. Beam with two to tie the game.
Letting Kylie Beam score in the paint. That's something that Howell's been really good at doing this year.
It's important for Beam to win the rebounding battle against New, come away with those points in the paint, and stay out of foul trouble. The 17-point-per-game star is Howell's main offensive weapon. It's Lee with the ball, surveying the court. Getting pressed now by Keonis. She backs down towards the logo. Lee, nowhere to go. Now comes Beam on the double team. Ball goes off the foot of Beam, I believe, and goes out of bounds, so it sticks with the Cougars.
Some great, tough Rebels defense right there. Something that we really like to see out of them.
And great decision there by Beam to close in on that defense, force the double team, and allow no passing lane. Lee on the inbound. Foul is called. It's going to be a 5-second violation on Lee. It's a turnover, and the Rebels will take over with the ball.
It's just an odd decision. You got to wonder what's flowing through their head right there.
Keonis with the ball for Howell. She goes to Marino on the wing with some room. Marino from three. Welcome to Splashdown, Bella Rose Marino.
Marino, a very good three-point shooter, and clearly, again, showing that already.
8-5 lead for the Rebels now. And now that pass is intercepted by Marino. Dead sprint goes to Keonis. Back to Marino. Ball gets smacked out of bounds by the Cougars. So they prevent the transitional layup, but the ball will stick with the Rebels.
Rebels showing some really great effort here so far, very early in this game.
Beam floater, it connects. Rebels padding that lead now up to 5. Rebels really bringing the energy. It's been fast-paced all night so far. 4 minutes left in the first quarter. Still plenty of time. Lee hucks it up inside of Kratchman on the paint. She steps out of bounds, and the Rebels once again force the turnover.
Not the best pass. You gotta wonder if she's maybe gonna.
Keonis takes the ball up court for Howell. She goes to Smith on the wing. Smith back to Keonis. Now to Marino on the wing. Inside to Bleakley. Closer to Beam. Beam's two. Trickles out. Unlucky bounce. Grabs her own rebound. She gets wrapped up. The whistle is blown. It's going to be Cherry Hill East ball. On the hold situation, the arrow goes to the Cougars because Howell won the tip in the beginning. Halfway through the first quarter, both teams have stayed out of foul trouble. They've committed 0 fouls so far. Rebels winning things 10-5. Kratchman with the ball on the logo. She goes to Atlas on the wing. Bleakley in her face on defense. Now here comes the drive. Inside a New, back out to Atlas. Now it's Lee on the wing. She will have to pass. Payne Smith pressing Maya Morgan. Now it's Kratchman with the ball. Nowhere to go. This Rebel defense so good. Ball gets stripped for a second by Keonis. Cherry Hill East regathers. That pass goes out of bounds. Miscommunication by Atlas and New there. And the Rebels take over on offense once again.
This Rebels defense so far is so good. They've not even been letting the Cougars even breathe.
Rebel defense forcing so many turnovers. They're collecting many steals so far tonight. They're doing a fantastic job. Keonis with the ball. She wants three. High bounce off the rim and now off the backboard. It's no good. Ball will be in the Cherry Hill East Cougars' hands. Number 2, Allison Cahill, the freshman, checks in for the Rebels. Number 24, the senior Kendall Bleakley to the bench for some rest. Cahill, as a freshman, has made quite the impact on varsity, averaging 3.6 rebounds a night. She really stepped up when Howell's forward Freya Mende went down with a torn ACL. It's Alice with the ball. Lee with the let go. Now gets a screen from New. Hucks up a three past 2 defenders. Misses a 3 but gets fouled. So it'll be 3 free throws coming up for Lee.
Poor mistake shooting while having 2 people on you, but good thing she got the free throw.
You can look on the other hand, though, a high IQ play. She knew 2 defenders were in there. Good chance she was going to get fouled. She did a good job selling it. Lee misses her first free throw. And Cherry Hill East with a good chance to inch back into the game now. Lee, the guard, averaging 11.5 points a night, makes her second. And she is a deep threat. She has the most threes on the Cherry Hill East team at 40. Cherry Hill is a team that really values the 3-point play. Lee connects 2 with 3. It's a 10-7 game. But yeah, you got to expect a lot of downtown shots from the Cougars tonight. Marino on the wing. She rips it to Smith. Smith dribbles out and now goes to Keonis. Smith floats one up for Keonis. Inside of Cahill, goes off her hands, loses it. 2 women jumping on top of the ball. Cahill emerges. Her pass gets intercepted, but now it's Keonis to come out of nowhere and grab the ball. Cougars wanted a half-court violation, didn't get it. Marino hucks up a shot. A wild miss off the top of the backboard. Marino trying to sell the foul there, didn't get it, and now it would be Cougars' ball.
Good hustle shown there by Howell. Just couldn't get the bucket there.
Both of these teams are fast-paced kind of teams, but now the ball gets poked out of bounds by Beam. I believe it's 6 with the Cougars. Like I was saying, both these teams are high pace, and it's definitely been on display tonight. Lee floats one up. Who's going to come away with it? It's Kylie Beam who intercepts it. Tries to go to Kyoto's ball, gets smacked out of bounds by the Cougars. So 6 with the Rebels.
Some really great and entertaining basketball that we were seeing right here.
Smith on the inbound. She goes to Keonis. Keonis back to Smith from 3. Welcome to Splashdown, Peyton Smith. 3rd three-pointer hit on the night by the Rebels so far.
Peyton Smith really, really good at scoring. Something we like to see out of her.
Alice nowhere to go. She has to pass the lead. Now back to Atlas. Lee scanning the court. The point guard with no opening. Kiona's hand in the face. Lee will have to pass to Atlas. Now, top of the key to Morgan. Morgan dribbles out. She goes to Lee. Lee will dribble and go to Atlas. Back to Morgan. From three. No good off the rim. Cahill grabs the rebound. And now already in the first quarter, Olivia Keonis, Payne Smith, and Bella Marino all with three-pointers. The Rebels establishing the most effective shot in basketball. Keonis passes to Smith. Another three. Welcome back to Splashtown, Payne Smith. Her second three in the last 20 seconds. 6 points for Smith, 16 points for the Rebels, and they lead things by 9. Atlas with the ball in the pick and roll. Now she passes to Cratchman. Ball almost gets intercepted by Marino. 30 seconds left in the first quarter. Rebels clamping up on defense. Lead with the ball in the logo. Keonis once again the hand in the face. Now it's Morgan. She passes. Top of the key. On the logo, it's Lee. 15 seconds left. No shot clock in high school basketball. Cougars can take as long as they want. Looks like they're going to hold to the last shot, but the Rebels, here comes the double team. But finally, they're going to call the foul. First foul called on the quarter. It's going to be on Keonis for the push. And number 12, the guard, Layla Shaw, will check in for the Rebels. Cougars inbound. It's number 5, Michelle Lee, now getting guarded by Shaw. Lee's pass gets intercepted. It's Bella Marino who breaks away. Marino with 2 in the paint. As the first quarter comes to a close, the Rebels lead things 18-7. Electricity in the first quarter of the second round of NJ State playoffs. We'll be back in about 30 seconds for the second quarter. So we're coming back from the second quarter. For the second quarter, the Rebels are currently leading things 18-7. Aedan, I'll go to you. What did you like out of the Rebels in the first quarter?
I like everything out of the Rebels. They've been playing some great suffocating defense, and they have been doing a very good job by keeping that high-paced offense that we see out of them.
Rebels coming into tonight's game, a 22-5 record, playing host to the Cherry Hill East Cougars. Marino from 3. Bad miss. It scrapes the rim. Cougars emerge with the ball on the outlook pass. Free throw is good, but they're going to call the charge. Sorry, layup was good, but they're going to call the charge. The shot is waved off, and it's Rebels ball.
Great job at picking up the charge there by Marino.
Marino draws the charge in the paint, a huge play for the Rebels, and they get another chance with the ball. Number 12, Layla Shaw passes to Marino. On the wing, Marino goes to Smith. From 3 again! No good off the rim. It's going to kick off the feet. And now it's Lee who passes to Morgan. Morgan has to track down the ball. Still no opening. Morgan passes inside to New. New with 2 off the glass, her first score of the night.
Letting her score on the point, I think it's how Cherry Hill wins this game.
New able to spin past Kylie Beam right there. And that's going to be the matchup all night in the paint. Shaw now goes to Marino. Inside to Cahill. Pound dribble looks for 2. Gets blocked by New. Cahill regathers. Her pass gets intercepted. Maya Morgan has to jump on top of the ball and throw one up for Cratchman. Cratchman crossing half court now. Passes to the corner. It's Morgan. Smith, in her face, Morgan, nowhere to go. The deadly three-point shooter will have to drive. Passes inside to New. New gets fouled by Cahill. 2 shots coming up for New. I believe the shot may have been waved off.
New showing some great defensive skills on that play and some great job at picking up the foul.
So shot was waved off. So no free throws for New. It's a Cherry Hill East rebound. Inside pass. Layup is no good by Kratchman, but she gets fouled by Marino and will go to the line for 2 shots. And after both teams were playing some really clean defense in the early stages of today's game, the Rebels now have 3 fouls on the night. First free throw is good for Kratchman. Second is no good. It's Shaw who tracks it down. Shaw passes to Marino inside a Beam. Here's the floater. Beam with the swish. 20 points for the Rebels early on. Here's the 3. It connects from downtown. Maya Morgan with the deep splash.
Maya Morgan.
Shaw goes to Marino. Marino back to Shaw. Now to Smith in the slot. Smith loads it up for Marino. Inside to Bleakley. Back to Beam, who drives, looks for 2 off the glass. It's going to spin in for Kylie Beam.
Letting Kylie Beam scoring in the paint.
Lee slowing the game down for the Cougars. They got to get to a pace that they like. Lee directing traffic. Kratchman trying to self-foul, doesn't get it. Lee puts up a floater and gets it to connect.
Michelle Lee scoring from 3-point range. That's something that we really like to see out of her.
22-15 lead for the Rebels. Marino goes to Beam, out to Smith. Now closer to Bleakley. Bleakley mid-range. That's no good. Marino trying to hawk down the rebound. She does. Now to Shaw. Pound dribble through 2 defenders. She gets blocked by Laurel New. New second block already on the night. Averaging over 2 blocks a game. She has some of the most blocks as a freshman in the state. And now the inside pass gets rejected by Shaw. Goes out of bounds. And the refs will signal Rebel ball on the inbound.
Great defensive play there by New, and that's something I think we're going to be seeing all night.
Shaw checked in for Quiones. Now at the point guard position. She brings the ball up court. Passes to Beam near the free throw line to Smith in the corner from 3. It's the 3rd deep shot by Payne Smith, and it's a 10-point lead for Howell. Not sure what just happened. I was looking down at my scorecard. But Cherry Hill East with the ball. Working below 10 right now. Lee will go to Atlas. Atlas to New. Now in the corner, it's Lee with a jab step. Lee goes back out to Atlas. Now to Morgan. Smith in her face. Now she dumps off to Kratchman. A mid-range from the senior. It's no good. Shaw emerges with the rebound. The Rebels once again doing great on defense. 30-second timeout called by the Rebels. We'll be back in about 15 seconds for the remainder of the second quarter. So we're coming back from the timeout. The Rebels are currently leading things 25-15. They're doing very good on both fronts of the court. Aedan, I'll go to you. What has been the Rebels' key to success so far this season, and what success do you want them to bring into tonight's game to move on in the playoffs?
I think that what they've been doing, I think that they need to do what they've been doing good all season, which is their high-paced offense and their suffocating defense. They've obviously right now been showing that to be really good.
This is the winningest group of players in Howell's history. They're 13-1 at home this season, 57-8 at home over the course of the last 4 years. Smith, another three. Welcome to Splashdown, Peyton Smith. You can't stop her. Her fourth three on the night.
Peyton Smith, a really great scorer on this team, obviously showing that from range this night.
Peyton Smith is a different animal when it comes to playoff action. A three from Cratchman, it's no good. Once again, the Cougars unaffected from downtown, and the Rebels cementing their names as permanent residents in Splashtown. Number 15, Reese Horton into the game for the Rebels. Beam with the ball in the paint. Beams two connects. The Rebels are hitting every shot from every spot on the court.
Beam in the paint, that's something that we see out of her all the time.
8 points already for Kylie B. Marino and Ertel bringing the suffocating defense. Lee once again directing traffic, unhappy with her team's spacing so far tonight. You can see the Rebels clogging up the lanes, but also closing in with a three-point defense. Alice pass to Lee with some room from three. Bounces out once again. The Cherry Hill East Cougars now 0 for 7 from downtown tonight. It's Marino who crosses half court, goes to Ertel. Ertel's inside pass to Bleakley is intercepted by the Cougars. It's Jesse Atlas with the ball. Atlas dumps off to Morgan. Morgan thought about a deep three, now passes to the corner. What's the foul call, or what's the whistle here? Beam called for the holding foul. It's Beam's first foul of the night. Rebels' third foul this quarter. Number 12, Layla Shaw checks in for the Rebels. Number 15, Ertel to the bench for some rest. Cougars on the inbound. It's Shaw who emerges with the ball. On the drive, 2 women to beat. She gets fouled and goes to the line for 2 shots.
Great hustle showed there by Shaw, something that we like to see out of her.
Shaw, the senior guard, to the line. One of the captains on the Rebel team. She's an incredible athlete. Committed to bring him in university to play soccer. She recorded 501 saves in her high school tenure, the most in NJ.com tracking history for any Howell goalie. Shaw misses her first, her second is coming up. Second one also no good. Shaw misses both. Lee comes away with the ball for Cherry Hill. Shaw pressed for a moment, now backs down. Lee floats it up inside. Kretschmann loses the ball. It's Kylie Beam who comes away with it. Beam on the break. She goes to Smith. Now to Shaw in the slot. To Marino on the wing. Marino drives with the left hand. Baseline. Kicks it out to Smith. Smith now inside of Beam. Pound, dribble, spin. Here's 2. It's no good. Bleakley trying to come away with the ball. Goes out of bounds. And it's going to be Rebel ball on the inbound. Layla Shaw, the inbounder. Shaw puts it in play to Bleakley. Bleakley breaks away for 2. Off the glass, no good. And now they're going to call a foul on Payne Smith. It will be another Cherry Hill East inbound. Smith's first foul of the night. So the Rebels getting into a bit of foul trouble here. 5 fouls tonight, 4 fouls this quarter. Every one of their starters now with a foul tonight. It's Kratchman with the ball, trying to get the Cougars back into the game. A minute and a half left in the second quarter, and they're going to call another foul on Kendall Bleakley here. Atlas at the line for 2 shots. First one, no good. Atlas averaging 4 points, 5 rebounds a night. She's hit 23 threes this season, shooting just 45% at the line. Second one is up. She misses both. Rebels come away with the ball. Both teams have missed their last pair of free throws. Shaw goes to Marino. Now to Smith on the wing. Here comes another free ball. No good off the rim. Beam grabs the rebound. Beam looking for a woman to pass to. She goes to Shaw. Shaw dumps it off to Marino. She drives with the left hand. Now passes to Beam in the corner. Back to Marino on the wing. A minute left in the half. It's Beam who goes to Smith. Closer to Cahill. Cahill gets rejected by Laurel New, her third block on the night. New, such a suffocating presence in the lane. She recorded 10 blocks in the first round of the NJ State tournament against Atlantic City. Smith with the ball. She chucks it to Cahill. She goes out to Beam, closer to Marino. Marino's inside pass to Cahill is turned over. Morgan with the ball. She goes to the corner. Lee passes out to Kratchman. Kratchman to Morgan. Morgan hooks up a three. High bounce off the rim, no good. Beam with the rebound. Shaw passes to Marino. Marino now to Beam. Outside to Smith. 20 seconds left in the half. Rebels getting yelled at to hold the ball. They have a 15-point lead. They don't want to run themselves into a reckless shot. Shave the clock down till the last shot. Smith inside a Beam. Now closer to Marino. Through 2 women. Marino's pass is intercepted. Final couple seconds. The shot is hooked up. That will do it for the first half. The Rebels come away with a 30-15 lead. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for the remainder of the second round of NJ State playoffs. So we're coming back for the second half here in the second round of the NJ State Playoff Tournament. The Howell Rebels are currently leading things 30-15 over the Cherry Hill East Cougars. Theo, Horton, and Aedan Vazquez on commentary. Sean Ross behind the camera. We thank you for tuning in to the second half. Aedan, I'll go to you. What did you like out of the Rebels in the first half?
I like how fast-paced the offense has been, and I really, really, really do like how quick and suffocating this defense has also been.
Howell has had a ton of playoff success over the last 4 years. They won the sectional title 2 years ago, and it's the senior group that has contributed to 8 playoff wins over their 4 years in high school. Lee goes to Kratchman, out the half, inside now to New. New drives, looks for 2, it's no good. Who's going to come away with the ball? It's Marino who jumps on top of it, now goes to Bleakley. Keona, Smith, Marino, Bleakley, and Beam on the court for the Rebels. Payne Smith had an electric first half. She splashed 4 threes. Now it's Marino in the corner. Goes to Beam, closer inside. Beam's 2 is no good. New will grab the rebound over Bleakley. Kratchman with the ball on the drive with the right hand. She looks for 2. It's going to spin in, and the opening score in the second half belongs to the Cougars. It's 30-17.
Kratchman scoring very, very well this season, turning up for 13 points a game, 8 assists, and 12 rebounds.
Kratchman had a very slow first half. She scored just 3 points. Now it's Beam inside. Beam connects for 2 in the lane.
Kylie Beam obviously dominating very, very well in the paint, being the very good big woman that she is. Good team.
Beam with 12 points tonight, 6 scores inside the paint. She's now tied for Payne Smith as the leading scorer on the Rebels tonight. Kratchman falls on the floor. The foul will be called on Marino. Marino called for the push. It's her second foul on the night in today's game. First foul this quarter by either team. Kratchman gets the inbound. She passes to Atlas. Atlas now to lead. Keona's closing in on defense. The drive from Morgan. She goes closer to New. New loses the ball for a second. Here comes Beam to poke it out. Keona's will grab the rebound. The Rebels doing a great job in their close-in defense.
Really great job there on defense by Beam, and that's something that we like to see out of the Rebels.
Keona slows the game down for the Rebels. Beam closer to Bleakley. Bleakley with 2 off the glass. Her first score of the night, and the Rebels now lead by 17.
Dominating the paint, and that's something that's really been working so far for the Rebels.
Howell had a blowout win in the first round of state playoffs against Bridgeton. They won that game 58-22. Kylie Beam and Keona's on the double team against Lee. Lee to the wing. Atlas with some room from 3. It's a deep splash for Jesse Atlas. Timeout called by the Rebels. I believe it's a 30-second timeout, and we'll be back shortly for the remainder of the third quarter. So we're coming back for the rest of the third quarter. The Howell Rebels are currently leading things 34-20. Aedan, I'll go to you. The Rebels with a commanding 14-point lead. What's been their key to dominance tonight?
Defense, defense, defense. We saw in the play earlier when Kylie Beam got the steal, and that's what the Rebels have been doing really, really, really good at this today.
Cherry Hill East is so effective from downtown. So we're seeing the Howell Rebels bringing 3 defenders up court past the 3-point line, but they're also doing a great job at limiting the spacing. Bleakley bounces it to Smith. Mid-range for 2. It's no good. Bleakley will grab the stock. Bleakley goes to Smith. Mid-range 2 once again. This time she connects.
Peyton Smith already doing such a great job at scoring so far tonight.
14 points for Payne Smith. The senior guard is Howell's leading scorer tonight. Lee's pass is intercepted this time by Kylie Beam. Her third steal of the night. Goes to Keonis on the transition from 3. No good. It bounces out. Unlucky swirl for Olivia Keonis as Cherry Hill comes away with the rebound. It's Atlas. Throws it to Cratchman. Cratchman decides from 3. She can't knock it down. It's Beam who grabs the rebound and goes to Smith. Payne Smith, 14 points in tonight's game. We've seen classic outings out of her when state playoffs rolls around. Famously, last year, she had 18 points on 5 threes against Vineland in the first round of the NJ State playoffs. And she's bringing that three-point ability into tonight's game. 4 threes. Keonis with the ball. She passes to Beam. Now to Marino on the wing. With the left hand, Marino drives. Rips it to Bleakley. Bleakley with 2, and she gets fouled in the process. 3-point play for Kendall Bleakley as she goes to the line.
Really great basketball that we see out of the Rebels tonight.
So never mind. They're going to wave off the foul. Just count the shot. Or they wave off the shot. I believe it may have been an offensive foul. Maybe somebody stepped out of bounds. I'm not sure what the call was. Anyways, the shot was no good. It's 36-20 Rebels right now. Atlas passes to Lee. Lee with the left hand now gets a screen from Atlas. Bleakley and Keonis interface. She loses the ball. Diving on top of it. It's Keonis who comes away. Keonis will stand tall, hold the ball, wait for the rest of the team to shade over. Number 12, Layla Shaw into the game for the Rebels. Shaw goes to Keonis. Now to Smith. Smith fires it to Beam. To the outside, it's Shaw. With some real estate, fakes her defender to Bleakley. Out to Beam. Beam with the right hand. She pounds. Tries through 2 defenders. She gets rejected by New. Wanted the foul call. Didn't get it as the ball goes out of bounds. Should stick with Howell on the inbound.
New being very, very dominant in the paint so far tonight.
New with 4 blocks already. Beam gets the inbound, looks for 2. Sniper shot, no good off the rim. She grabs the rebound. She tries for the second chance. She gets fouled and goes to the line for 2 shots.
Great, just hustle there by Beam.
Beam, the junior sensation, has cemented herself as possibly the school's best player in the girls' basketball program. She makes her first. Beam shooting 64% at the line this season. She has over 1,000 career points. She's the all-time leading scorer for the Rebels already as a junior. 13 points on the night. Second one is up, and the second one is a switch. 14 points for Beam. She ties Smith as the leading scorer on the Rebels tonight. Lee floats it up for Cratchman. Cratchman with the right hand. She drives. Foul is called. Foul will be called on Layla Shaw. Shaw's first foul of the night. Third foul this quarter by the Rebels. Sends Cratchman to the line for 2 shots. Cratchman, the 13-point per game star, has been eliminated by the Rebels so far tonight. Swishes her first. Cratchman with 6 points so far. She connects for both. It's now a 16-point lead for the Rebels. Keonis' pass goes up to Shaw. Shaw spins past the defender, fires it inside to Bleakley. Bleakley now tries to go back to Beam. Pass gets intercepted. Cherry Hill emerges. It's Atlas. Atlas to the corner. It's Lee. Keonis locking her up on defense. Lee once again nowhere to go. Past the point guard duo of Layla Shaw and Olivia Keonis. Under 3 minutes left in the third quarter. Whistle will be blown. It should be a foul against Shaw. Shaw called for her second foul in the last 30 seconds. Number 2, Allison Cahill, the freshman forward, checks in for Shaw. Lee on the inbound. She goes to Cratchit. The bread and butter for Cherry Hill. Looking for an opening. Pass Cahill. She tries mid-range. Shot's no good. Cahill blocked it, but they're going to signal a foul. And sends Cratchman back to the line for 2 shots.
Great job there picking up the foul by Cratchman.
Cratchman is 3 for 3 at the line tonight. 8 points now. Cratchman is a deadly free throw shooter. She's shooting 78% from the line this season. She's hit 106 free throws out of 134 attempts. Coming into tonight's game, she's now 4 for 4. 9 points for her. And she's Cherry Hill East's leading scorer. Cahill gets the inbound. She goes to Smith. 2.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Rebels lead by 14. It's Quiones who goes to Beam. Beam looked for that down low pass, but she kicks it out to Quiones. Now to Cahill on the wing. Back to Beam inside. Tries to go closer to Bleakley. Shot is swatted. Beam rips away with the rebound. Hold situation. The arrow will go to the Rebels. It's Quiones on the inbound. Look for the high pass. She goes to the wing. It's Cahill from 3. No good off the rim. Ball gets punched out of bounds. It's going to be Cougar ball as it goes off the hands of Beam. Cougars have been heavily contained by the Rebels tonight. Howell doing such a great job defensively. A long-range 3. Bounces out, an unlucky bounce against the Cougars. And now new shot is blocked by Beam, but they're going to signal another foul. Beam upset. It's like she can't do anything defensively in the lane because she keeps getting called for the foul. New, not a very good free throw shooter. To the line with an opportunity. First shot is perfect. New shooting 48% at the line this season, averaging 10 rebounds a night. She has the 4th most blocks in the state for freshmen at 240. And she makes both. Great job by New. The usual lackluster free throw shooter connects for both. Under 2 minutes left in the third quarter. The Rebels lead by 12. Marino gets the ball. She drives through a pair of defenders to Smith. Another 3. Low range shot is no good off the rim. Morgan breaks away with the ball for Cherry Hill. She goes to Cratchman. Cratchman will drive past a couple of defenders. And once again, another foul is called as Cherry Hill drives, sends Cratchman to the line for the 3rd time in the last 2 minutes. Foul is called against Cahill. Cherry Hill doing a wonderful job at drawing these fouls when they drive into the lane. Cratchman 5 for 5 at the line tonight, now up to 10 points. Cratchman averaging 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists tonight. The main offensive weapon. 6 for 6 at the line, 11 points to her name. Smith gets the inbound. She gets suffocated by 2 defenders. Shaw breaks away past her defender with the ball. Looking for a teammate to pass to. She dribbles out to the logo. She goes to Marino. Under a minute and a half left to go. Marino will slice and dice through a pair of defenders for 2. Ball Rose Marino. What a shot inside the lane to drain the 2.
Marino being a very great scorer, averaging 12 points per game so far in the season.
Val Marino, the number 1 defender on the Rebels, is their 2nd most reliable scoring option, making a statement inside the lane. 7 points now. Lee in the corner with the ball. She passes out to Atlas on the wing. Tries to go to Cratchman. Ball gets smacked out of bounds by Smith to cause the inbound rather than the open 3-point shot. So some good closing defense. Heads up play by, or close out defense. Good heads up play by Smith. Under a minute left in the third quarter. The inbound goes to Cratchman. Rebels lead by 12. Atlas with the ball in the wing. Goes to Morgan for a split second. Lee goes back to Atlas. Once again, the Rebels bringing 3 defenders up court. Atlas from 3.
Air ball to bad miss. Beam boxes out, decides to grab the rebound just in case, but she ends up stepping out of bounds, and it's going to be Cherry Hill's inbound. Just a bad play overall. Just kind of lapsing judgment by Beam on that play. 36 seconds left in the third quarter. Rebels lead by 12. Inbound gets smacked out of bounds by Smith, and once again another Cougar inbound. But a good job by the senior guard number 13, Payne Smith, not letting up on defense, being fully aware. As soon as those inbounds come, she's all over them. Inbound goes to Morgan. She goes to Kratchman. Kratchman from three. No good off the side of the rim. Sorry, off the front rim. 25 seconds left. Lead goes to Morgan, who drives through three defenders. First shot gets rejected. It's no good. Reese Hertel dives on top of the ball for the Rebels. Timeout called by the Cougars. We'll be back in a little bit. Coming back from the timeout here in the third quarter, the Howell Rebels are leading things 40-28 here in the second round of NJ State playoffs. Kylie Beam has been the main weapon on offense for the Rebels. 7 different scores inside the paint, 14 points to her name, alongside Payne Smith, who has splashed 4 3-pointers. She's tied with Beam for the leading scorer, 14 to her name. 16 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. Bella Rose Marino on the inbound. Marino hooks it up to Beam. Beam will drive with the left hand. 2 defenders in her face. Has to go to Keelan. 10 seconds left. Final shot coming up for the Rebels. Beam with the ball in the logo. Goes back to Keelan. Beam with some space. Goes to Hertel in the corner from 3. Welcome to Splashdown, Reese Hertel. As the third quarter comes to a close, the dual sport athlete puts the dagger in the hearts of Cherry Hill East. 43-28, the Rebels lead heading into the fourth quarter. So we are coming back for the final 8 minutes of regulation. The fourth quarter will begin with the Rebels currently leading things 43-28 here in the second round of the NJ State playoffs. Aedan, I'll go to you. What have the Rebels done so effectively tonight that has led to this big lead?
Defense and offense, they've been doing a great job of just scoring quickly on offense and then getting back and playing that suffocating defense that they're known for.
In the first half, the Rebels did a fantastic job at not letting up on defense. 3 defenders upward, 2 in the lane to clog the passing lanes. Rebels bringing that same defense here in the fourth quarter. Atlas will drive. She passes inside to New. New loses it. Here's Beam and Killers on the double team. Ball goes out of bounds. It will stick with the Cougars on the inbound. It's number 1, the guard, Michelle Lee. Lee only with 4 points tonight. The 11-point per game star has been contained by Howell. Her inside pass goes to Freshman. Freshman's layup is no good. Beam fights and breaks away with the rebound. Beam chugging along. She goes to Keonis. Keonis drives with the right for a split second to Beam. Now to Smith on the wing. Smith, the deadly three-point shooter from her personal range. Beam goes to Hertel on the wing. Hertel hit a three-pointer in the corner as the third quarter came to a close. Beam goes to Smith with some room. Smith not running herself into the reckless shot, but now her pass is turned over. Breaking away, it's Morgan who rises up for two. No good, no foul is called. Keonis emerges with the rebound. Wild pass for a second. Hawks down the miscommunication. Keonis on the logo, getting pressed by Lee. Kendall Bleakley waiting in the wings to check in. Marino in the corner, she drives baseline inside a Beam for two. Floater is no good off front rim. Cougars with the ball. Now it's Morgan who will drive, go to the corner. It's Lee from three. She knocks it down. Jackpot for Michelle Lee.
Michelle Lee, the premier three-point scorer for the Cougars.
Timeout called by the Rebels. We'll be back in about 15 seconds for some more basketball action. So here we are. We're coming back. The Howell Rebels currently leading things 43-31. Offense has been making a statement from three and inside the paint. Kylie Beam, Bella Marino, cementing their names in the lane, but also Payne Smith and Olivia Keonis knocking down shots from downtown. It's the state playoffs where you obviously want to bring your A game, and Howell has done exactly that. Coming into tonight's game hot. They're 4-1 in the last 5, averaging 47 points a night. Stars like Kylie Beam are averaging 17 points a game in that span. Cherry Hill coming off an impressive road victory in the first round of state playoffs against Atlantic City. They were big underdogs in that one, but they clogged up the lanes. It was Laurel New who blocked 10 different shots. Marino gets the pass. She breaks away on the transition. She passes to Bleakley. Now it's Smith to Bleakley with some room. Now it's Marino who spins past the defender. Foul is called. It should send Marino. Or sorry, it might be a inbound for the Rebels. And it is. It's Olivia Keonis, so we come over for the inbound. Keonis inbounds to Smith. Still plenty of time left in the game. 6 minutes here in the fourth quarter. Beam will drive in the lane through a pair of defenders. Layup is no good, but she gets fouled, and Beam will go to the line for the second time tonight. Beam shooting 65% at the line this season. One of the greatest players in the school's program history. She knocks down her first. 15 points to her name. Second one is up. Can't knock it down. It's Atlas with the ball for Cherry Hill. Atlas dribbling with the right. Bleakley smothering her on defense. Atlas has to pass to Lee on the wing. Keona's the defender. Lee now on the logo. Cross, step back, three. Bounces out. What a move by Lee, but the three-pointer is no good. Beam breaks away with the ball, waiting for the rest of the team to shade over. Passes to Keonis. Keonis getting pressed by Kratchman. High pass up to Bede. Closer to Marino. Ball gets tipped and intercepted by the Cougars. Now it's Lee with some room from three. Second three-pointer hit of the night for Michelle Lee, and we're down to a 10-point game.
Michelle Lee, the premier 3-point scorer on her team, showing that tonight.
She has 43s coming into tonight's game, a mark that you rarely see out of girls basketball players in high school, as Marino gets fouled on the push there. It's Kretschmann called for the foul. The Cougars with 3 fouls this quarter. The Rebels with none. They have been smarter on defense, avoiding fouls, but it's coming at a cost as the Cougars are coming to life from downtown. Weekly bounces it to Kionis. Kionis rips it inside of Beebe. Beebe faking. Now dribbles, looks for two. Gets blocked by New. 5th block on the night for Laurel New. Kretschmann with the ball. She tries to go to New. Over the head of a couple Rebels. Kretschmann now with the ball in the logo. She goes to Lee. Lee spins it to Alice. To the wing from three. It's Morgan. Once again, she misses from 3-point range. Beam smacks the ball out of New's possession, and she passes to Kionis. Kionis getting pressed by Lee. She will drive. Goes to Beam, top of the key. Beam now to Marino. 2 defenders in Marino's face. Now gets a screen from Beam. She jet sweeps, motions. Her layup is no good. Close-in defense by Cherry Hill to force the unsuccessful layup. Kretschmann with the ball. She gets a screen. Now drives with the left hand. Gets fouled inside by Beam. Kretschmann to the line for 2 shots.
Cougars doing a really great job at picking up the foul in this game.
3rd foul committed by Kylie Beam now. All 3 have been committed in the second half. Kretschmann makes the first. 7 for 7 at the line tonight. 12 points to her name, just like her jersey number. 7 of them on free throws. The elite free throw shooter is now 8 for 8. 13 points on the night. Cherry Hill's leading scorer. No shock there. Marino gets the inbound. She goes to the corner. It's Bleakley with some room. Bleakley kicks it out to Smith. Smith fires it to Beam. Fakes her defender from 3. No good off the base of the rim. Marino grabs the ball. She gets fouled, and Marino will go to the line for 2 shots.
Good job at picking up the foul there by Marino.
Marino, the tri-sport athlete, knows exactly what to do to get the whistle to be in her favor. She's shooting 62% at the line this season, averaging 12, 7, and 2. When her senior campaign will come to a close, she will have 10 varsity letters across 3 different sports. She misses her first. But Marino is such a fantastic player. She's committed to play basketball at TCNJ. Just under 4 minutes left to go in the 4th quarter. Rebels lead by 8. Marino extends the lead. 9-point lead for Howell. Morgan positioned on the wing with the ball, trying to get past Smith. She drives past Beam and Smith, and she drains the layup inside the lane.
Great job at scoring in the interior so far tonight by the Cougars.
Cherry Hill breaking the press. It's Payne Smith with the ball. Crossing half court. Now Maya Morgan in her face. Smith floats it up for Kionis. To the corner. It's Bleakley with some room. Thought about the shot. She decides not to. Rebels being a lot more conservative from downtown, resulting in the Cherry Hill East Cougars coming back. Inside pass to Beam. Beam with 2 off the glass, and she goes to the line. 3-point sequence for the junior superstar.
Great job of scoring in the paint there by Beam. That's something that we see out of the 17-point per game superstar.
17 points night in, night out. Now 17 points to her name tonight. 8 20-point games this season. Howell is 7-1 when she accomplishes that feat. Beam's free throws up, and it's going to bounce in. 10-point lead for the Rebels. 18 points for Kylie Beam. The Rebels building on a lead here in the 4th quarter. Off Smith, and it's a Cougar inbound. The guard, Michelle Lee, the inbound. Lee, the senior. Inbounds to Maya Morgan. Now to Kratchman. Kratchman, top of the key. Marino interface. Here's the three. Gets blocked by Marino. Beam with the rebound. Or Beam collects the ball. She goes to Quiones. Quiones on the logo. 2.5 left in regulation. Inside pass to Bleakley. Closer to Beam. Beam will dribble out towards the corner. Now kicks it out to Quiones. To Marino. Drives with the left hand. Hot step two. It's going to swirl in for Bella Rose Marino.
Something that we see again. Something that we see out of Marino.
10-point lead. 10 points now for Marino. She's into double digits. Maya Morgan nowhere to go past Smith. Now it's Bleakley on the double team. Pass goes to New. Kicks it out. Atlas from three. She knocks it down. Shot falls into a timeout. The Rebels lead things by 9. We'll be back in about 30 seconds. We are back for the final 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter. The Howell Rebels leading things 50-41 in the second round of NJ State playoffs. Cherry Hill down to 2 timeouts. Howell with 3. Marino's inbound goes to Quiones. Quiones floats it up for Beam. Beam breaks past her defender. Goes to Smith, who breaks away. Her layup is no good off the glass. Who's going to come away with the board? Atlas salvages the play. Bounces it back in bounds. It's Morgan with the ball. Marino, Quiones wrapping her up. Holding foul is called. Foul was called against Quiones and Howell. And it's going to be a Cougar inbound. Quiones' second foul on the night. It's the second foul this quarter by Howell. Cougars with 5 fouls. They have 1 more to play with before they go into the bonus. Lee goes to Kratchman. Kratchman, top of the key, thought about 3. She passes to Atlas. Kratchman with some room. She drives with the right hand through a pair of defenders. It's going to swirl out, no good for Kratchman. Marino breaks away with the ball. 1.5 left in regulation. 9-point lead for Howell. They just got to be smart. Smith gets the ball at the free throw line. She passes to Marino. Now to Beam on the wing. Just over a minute left. Beam to Quiones. Quiones calling for some motion. She goes to Marino on the logo. Marino will get wrapped up and fouled now to save time on the clock. 6 fouls this quarter for Cherry Hill. It sends Marino to the line for 2 shots. Marino has played in 20 different varsity playoff games over her 4 years in high school. The three sports she plays, and she makes her first. She knows how to handle these big game opportunities. And she's taking care of business tonight, locking up offensive players on defense. And now 12 points as she makes both. Timeout called. We'll be back in about 15 seconds. We are coming back from the timeout. The Howell Rebels leading things 52-41 here in the fourth quarter. Aedan, I'll go to you. What does Howell have to do to maintain and lock down this lead?
Just stay locked in and play great defense, and that's all what they need to do, in my opinion.
It's all about being smart with the ball right now. The pressure is on Cherry Hill East. Down 11 on the road in the second round. They had a huge upset victory on the road against Atlantic City. They have comeback ability. They have upset expertise. It's very rare to see Howell blow fourth quarter leads. Something that the Rebel fans have not grown accustomed to at all recently, as the Travelers called against Atlas and the Cougars, and it's going to be the Rebels who come away with the ball on the turnover.
It's a bad mistake there by the Cougars.
Marino, the inbounder, has to scoot a seat back so that she has room. She inbounds to Keonis. Keonis getting pressed by two defenders. The pass gets tipped, winds up in the hands of Smith. Smith bounces it to Keonis. Keonis got to be careful to not cross half court. Pass goes to Marino. Marino gets fouled and goes to the line for two. Marino drained both free throws earlier. Second best free throw shooter on the team, shooting 62% at the line this season. Swishes her third free throw in a row. $13 points. Trying to help ice the game. 12-point lead for Howell. Can Marino extend it? She can. 4 for 4 from the line. 14 points on the night. And the Rebels lead by 13 with 40 seconds to go in the fourth quarter. Lee passes to the wing. It's Atlas. Atlas with the right hand. She drives, kicks it out from three. It's Morgan. Morgan shot bounced out at Thiem, who grabs the board. 30 seconds to go. She passes to Smith. Rebels slowing the game down. Smith gets double teamed and fouled and goes to the line for two. Smith's first is a pretty rough miss. Second one coming up. Smith, despite not being qualified, is shooting the best mark from the line this season for any Howell Rebels, 75%. She makes her second. 14-point lead for Howell now. Lee hucks up a three. No good off front rim. Bounces off the glass. Beam grabs the board. 13 seconds left. The gymnasium begins to clap as time will tick down. 3, 2, 1. That will do it. The Howell Rebels win in dominating fashion, a 55-41 final score. Kylie Beam, the leading scorer, with 18 points, 4 3-point attempts from Smith that she was able to knock down. Bella Rose Marino with some fantastic defense, and it sends Howell to the third round of the NJ State Tournament. We thank you all for watching. I've been Theo Horton alongside Aedan Vazquez on commentary. Thank you to Sean Ross behind the camera, and thank you all for tuning in. We will see you next in the next one.